morning, Groundhog Day. Back in the car. I think you might have seen some footage. I think I got home about 4ish yesterday, and Lawrence was laying on the sofa chilling, and he was watching, I think it was football he was watching, and I thought, you know what, let me just get myself together. So I hopped on the bike and I cycled on over to the art centre, and it was still in full swing, the open house. So I didn't open my room. I sat with Yvonne and Joannetta for a bit, had a walk around, saw some of the other artists, and it looked like it was really good fun, and I think they had quite high numbers visiting, so that's always nice. Yvonne didn't sell any more of my things. I didn't expect her to. I don't think it's that kind of visitor, you know. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of people come. They call it handwork in Holland, like crafting. I hope you can see me. It's really bright today, but my gosh, it's cold. It's like, it's quite deceiving because the house was really warm because it's had full sun on it all morning, and you know, when the clocks went forward, so my bedroom was toast warm. Anyway, I ended up, so the ladies had they bought wine and nibbles and stuff, so I ended up, I had a glass of wine, and then there was like what do you call it, like beer and bikes. It's a borrel in Holland, and then the owner always, you know, these speeches, and it gives out, you know, flowers and stuff to everybody who's helped, you know, the organisers. And so I said, yeah, go on, I'll go down for that. And it was really good fun, and we were chatting away and catching up with people. And then next minute, he'd organised a barbecue. So I messaged Lawrence and I said, listen, I'm not going to come home. I'm here now. I might as well just stay and eat with the ladies. And oh, it was so good. It was really, really nice. It was, and oh my gosh, I just had a plate of food. Oh, I was so full. So I think I got home about, I think it must have been about 7ish I got home. So I'm glad I did that, because otherwise I'd have just gone home and vegetated on the sofa, which I'll probably do every night this week. So yeah, it was fun. I have no idea what I recorded. Normally, as many of you will know, I filmed the whole art centre, but yeah, because I wasn't there for the full day, I didn't really have time to do that. Anyway, blah blah blah. I had a sixth sense moment driving home. So as you probably gathered, I'm driving to work through Amsterdamse Bos. I pretty much drive through the forest every day, and I pretty much drive home through it every day, because that sort of leg of the motorway towards my village it's gridlock there. I think there might be a turn off for somewhere like, I don't know, Utrecht or somewhere. There's a turn off for a major city. So anyway, gosh, I'm waffling. I just thought, no, I won't drive home that way because it's a Sunday, the motorway should be a bit clearer. But then I came off and I drove at the road behind Amsterdamse Bos. Can you see me? Sorry, it's so bright. And it was gridlock. There's like a little roundabout. Luckily for me, I think about a year or two ago, they made 2 lanes on the roundabout. So, you know, people turning couldn't block my lane to go straight on. Thank goodness. They had somebody out directing the traffic. It was gridlock. And when I got home, Lawrence said, I realised he'd at me telling me not to drive home through it, but I'd missed the app. It was for the cherry blossom. Lawrence drove home through it, and it said it took him an hour to get through, which is ridiculous. From start to finish, it's like, it's not even a 10-minute drive. So I'm so glad I didn't do that. Otherwise, I'd have got home. I wouldn't have gone to the art centre if I'd have sat in traffic for an hour. But you think, my gosh, first nice, pleasant day we've had in spring, and everybody flocks to the cherry blossom. I don't know if I'll go and see it. I think I spoke about that yesterday. We'll see. We'll see. And I really wanted to film a podcast, but I don't know when I'm going to have the time to do it. I don't know. Anyway, waffle. I hope you all had a nice weekend. I hope it was more eventful than mine. Although, yeah, I'm pretty happy to be having non-eventful stuff right now. I managed to read comments on. I've not replied to any yet on yesterday's or last week's vlog, and oh, thank you. You all wished Lawrence happy birthday, but also, you know, expressed that yes, indeed, this sort of period has been really stressy and anxious for me, and thank goodness, you know, he didn't take too long to get, you know, re-employed. Although Linda wished Lawrence good luck for his new job today, but he's not starting this week. I don't know, something about the HR woman working part-time, and oh, I don't know. So it looks like he's set to begin next week. I hope. His contract's all signed, so that's not an issue. I think it's just a case of paperwork on the other side. Anyway, we'll see. I've given him a list of things to do with the hope that he'll do one of them. Anyway, I don't think I've got anything else to waffle about now. Good morning. I hope you can see me. I have absolutely no idea when I last chatted to you guys. It's Wednesday. Normally I work from home or from the studio on a Wednesday, but because we're still in testing, I'm going into the office. This morning has been very interesting. Well, firstly, I had a bit of tummy ache. I don't think I've been drinking enough fluids, we'll leave it at that. And I needed petrol desperately. So I went to the little petrol station near the shops near me. So it's an unmanned petrol station. And then I thought, oh, I'll take the back road to get to Amsterdamse Bos. And what do you think had happened? A car had just hit the back of a big Arctic truck. Not serious. It looked, as when I did finally manage to get past it, but the truck, I think it was turning off the main road in, so it blocked. It was like this. The truck driver just stopped and blocked the whole road, and then somebody from the company, I assume that he was turning into, decided that they were going to divert the traffic. So I was literally sat in my village for half an hour. Come on, what are you doing? In the end, they directed us onto the cycle path, and that's how I could see that it was a car that had hit. I don't know. I mean, there was nobody injured. It was, I think what happened is, as the truck was turning in, the car had probably gone into the back of it, just clipped it. But you know, because those trucks are really, really high up, it probably damaged the bonnet of the other car. I'm waffling now already. So anyway, as a result of that, I'm really late for work, because it sort of took half an hour off my journey, or added to my journey, I should say. So anyway, I've just messaged the guys that don't panic, I'm on the way in, hopefully, because it is quite late now. What time is it? It's 9:15. The traffic should be a bit clearer. Oh, I shouldn't tempt fate really, should I? Anyway, as I've already been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, this week was going to be a little bit boring in terms of vlogging, because all I've done is work, eat and sleep. I have managed to do a little bit of crafting on the sofa, a little bit of knitting and whatever. I wanted to podcast, but I've just not had the time to do it. But if I don't podcast soon, it's going to be like 5 or 6 weeks since the last podcast, and I'm trying to get on a monthly schedule at least. I only put that limitation on myself, but the longer I leave it, the longer the podcast will be. Anyway, waffle. So yeah, anyway, I'm not quite on the motorway yet, but it looks like the traffic is not too bad. Normally, I've mentioned this before, but a lot of people do tend to work from home on Wednesdays, especially if you've got small children. A lot of the kids in the primary school, the Barca school, they do half days on Wednesdays. So I mean, when my two were both very small, I either didn't work Wednesday or I only worked till like lunchtime on a Wednesday. And that's why I've still got this sort of short-ish day. It's a little bit like my legacy system. Anyway, what? I don't think I've been up to anything. All over the news. It actually made the British news as well. There was quite a bad train accident here the other day. From what I gather, there was like a maintenance crew working on a train line. They said on the news near Amsterdam, but I mean, Holland's such a small country, but it actually wasn't near Amsterdam. It was in a place called Leiden. And oh my gosh, I've got Mr. Porsche driving on a go slow. And I've not heard, I mean, it's too soon for the verdict. One person did lose their life, I think one of the maintenance people. But anyway, so there was apparently some kind of crane, like a maintenance crane on the track, and clearly the signals hadn't stopped the trains coming on the same track. So yeah, there was a head-on collision. So it sounds like it was quite bad. But they did predict today that would have a big impact on the train networks. I think the line is one of these that it's like a connection line, but yeah, the traffic is quite heavy. I can't spin you around to see, but take my word for it. Considering it's like what, 9:20, it's quite heavily congested. Not quite crawling yet. Oh, anyway, I'll stay on and chat for a while. If you've got anything on your knee while you're busy doing stuff. Actually, when this loads, hopefully it's Easter Sunday, so if you're watching as the video uploads, maybe you're busy, I don't know, you may be busy doing egg things with your kids or your grandkids, or having a nice Easter breakfast or an Easter dinner, or, you know, supper, wherever you are in the world watching. I have not planned anything for Easter. I think, so the plan on Friday is, William's got the orthodontist, and then, I need to get around this Porsche, she's driving like an idiot, and then that's in the morning, and then Lawrence and I, are going to drive over to the airport. What we normally do is, if we drive up to departures, you can sort of park attended parking, you can't get out your car, and then I'll run in and pick up Michelle and Duncan, and Lawrence will be double parked outside. So he said he would, otherwise I'll just have to park up and go walk through and get them. It's fine, it's not an issue. But then I'm gonna have to go and do the grocery shopping, because yeah, there's nothing in the house. And I can do an online shop, that's fine, but I want to see what they've actually got in for Easter. I've not even decided what kind of, normally I do like a nice Easter breakfast, and then I'll do like a roast, but I'm debating whether to do gourmet, which is very popular in Holland on like special occasions. Gourmet is like raclette, and if you don't know what a raclette is, it's basically, you have like a hot plate, a big hot plate in the centre of the table, and then you have like little cuts of meat and vegetables, whatever, and then you have like a little sharp stick, and you all do your own, cook your own food. So it's very sociable, and it's a slower kind of meal, but it is quite nice. I don't know if Michelle and Duncan have ever had that here. I'm debating whether to do that, because I did see online that they were selling all like the gourmet packets, you know, the different kinds of meat. Wow, this traffic is quite bad. I'm surprised at that. So yeah, I'm sure Michelle and Duncan don't mind having a walk around the supermarket. I mean, they don't have to if they don't want to, but I'm like that. Are you? When you go abroad, it's nice to look in like the supermarkets and see what kind of food they have. So anyway, it's all a little bit last minute-ish, but it'll be fine. We're going with the flow, we're not getting stressed. I'm sure whatever life throws at us, I'll manage perfectly well. I would have liked to have taken a couple of days off next week, but we're still being tested next week, so I don't think that's going to be possible. Anyway, I'm gonna come off now because I don't trust this traffic. There's a lot of people weaving in and out. There's a lot of trucks on the road, so I think I will stop waffling now and then I'll catch up with you at some point. Sorry it's a bit boring this week. Good morning. Driving through Amsterdam Bos again, got stuck in a traffic jam again. I tell you, yesterday with that truck and now this morning, I think the bridge was open that goes over the main canal, and it's literally just before the turn off I need. Anyway, it's fine now, I'm on the move, I've got plenty of time. I tried to do my online grocery delivery order yesterday, and they're fully booked until next week. So tomorrow I have to go into the supermarket. I think Michelle won't mind, I don't know how Duncan feels about that. And I'm not inspired still what to make, because when I did fill my basket up before I cancelled the order, I was like, nothing really leaping out at me. Actually, it's better if Michelle comes with me, because then we can have a discussion about what we fancy. Michelle will probably be on the vlog. I think she won't mind having a chit chat with you all. Last time she came on it, I think it was before Christmas. Quite a few of you said you enjoyed listening to us chit-chatting. Michelle said she really enjoyed it too. So she's not camera shy. She's fine. She's not camera shy, our Shell. Did I mention? Oh, I'll mention it now. Michelle and I used to live together before I moved to the Netherlands. I lived with her in her house for about 3 or 4 months. And considering we've been friends for over 40 years, I mean, I've known Michelle since I was 7. You know, we got on really well as housemates, and we had such a good time. Yeah, it was a really fun period, that. But yeah, I mean, Michelle's like one of my best friends, obviously. So the fact that, you know, we both live in 2 different countries now, so it's not as if we can meet up if one of us visits the UK. It makes it extra harder, you know, to find the time to see each other. So I'm thrilled that she wanted to come for Easter. She's been for Easter a few times. Actually, when our old neighbours used to live in the street, we had Easter breakfast with them a couple of times. Michelle enjoyed it. She likes meeting my friends as well, as do I when I come to Malta. It's always nice to see, you know, who your besties sort of make new bonds with. And, you know, I'm not like of the sort of jealous, possessive friend kind of type, and neither is she. But yeah, I think, did I mention a while ago, I can't remember, I'm sorry if I'm going to repeat myself, but you're used to that by now. There's a museum in our village. It's called, I think it's called something like the Crash Site Museum, and it's all about the it's a museum about the Second World War and about artifacts. I mean, being so close to the airport, of course, you know, they're always digging, you know, our aircrafts and, you know, unexploded bombs and whatever up in our area. In fact, at the back of the school, the primary school that the boys went to, used to go to, at the end of the street, they dug up some kind of bomber, and I think parts of the wreckage is in that museum. Anyway, waffle. Lawrence and I went there years ago when the boys were small, and we'd mentioned it to Linda and Ronald that we wanted to go, and then we planned to go a few months ago, and it wasn't open. I think it's actually open once a week, if that. It's run by volunteers, and it is a big museum. You know, it's lovely, it's really nice. As well as the artifacts, they've got like things from like the resistance, because the Dutch were very, very active with the resistance. I mean, as were a lot of countries, but Holland played a massive part. I mean, well, just think of Anne Frank. Anne Frank is one story of hundreds, if not thousands, of families, you know, who hid, you know, Jewish people, and, you know, fought with the English and fought with other countries underground. So anyway, waffle. My mouth's just dry again. Lo and behold, what popped up on my Facebook, that on Easter weekend, Saturday, Sunday, they're having they're open, and they're having some kind of military fair, you know, like you can buy, I don't know, medals and stuff like that. So Anyway, I sent the link to Linda, so do you fancy it? And her and Ronald were like, yes, absolutely. Let that little boy go across. So we've arranged, we're going to do that on Saturday morning. But I've not checked if Michelle or Duncan want to do it. They'll be fine, I'm sure. I think Duncan will find it interesting. Even though I'm not really into like that, you know, the whole sort of, you know, I'm very interested in the war, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm not one of these who wants to go to like these war memorials and stuff. I don't know, I find stuff like that very, very a bit sort of over emotional. But that museum is very good, and I think I'll film it if we go. But I think they've got like a replica Spitfire in one of the buildings there as well, which Lawrence loved. Lawrence loves Spitfires. I think all men do, don't they? But yeah, so I think we're going to do that on Saturday. So that'll be nice. So Friday, we have to go and do the grocery shopping, but Michelle can help me plan, you know, what goodies to buy and food we can make. Saturday morning, we'll go to the crash site museum. Then maybe Saturday afternoon or evening, we might go into Amsterdam. And then Sunday, I think the weather's going to be nice on Sunday. Sunday we'll be out and about, we'll go somewhere. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is next week's vlog should be way more interesting with this week's. So if anybody's still here, well done. I mean, I'll film a little bit tomorrow. So hopefully Michelle will pop on and say hello, and Duncan, of course, if he wants to be on camera, I'm not sure. Anyway, waffle. I'm just about to get on the motorway now, so I'm going to stop waffling and see how I'm going to fare with the traffic. It's took ages this morning. It's been proper go slow. Right, see you in a while. Look who's here!
Hello!
Back again, can't get rid of her.
I'm eating nuts.
I'm eating nuts. When did you land? About 2 hours ago?
Yeah, about, no more. About 3 hours, maybe, about 3 hours ago.
So, as I suspected, they did want to come to the supermarket. So, we've just got back from shopping. Bought some nice goodies. What are we having for Sunday, Easter? Do you remember what it's called?
Raclette? No?
Yeah.
Is it? Raclette? We're having raclette on Sunday.
Oh, in Holland it's gourmet, but it's raclette. I asked, and she said yeah. We fancied a roast first, didn't you?
Yeah, because I don't often get a Sunday roast. Because we're never in on a Sunday. In Malta on a Sunday, we get up, get ready. We used to go to church, we don't go anymore. And then we go out just for drinks and then maybe a bit of lunch while we're out, but we don't really have a Sunday roast. I miss doing Sunday roast.
Yeah. Well, the boys are always playing sport on Sunday, so I never make them. Anyway, let's show the cake.
So, obviously with it being Easter, I brought this. It's called a fagolla. It's traditional in Malta to have at Easter, and it's made from like almond paste. So it's really heavy.
Yeah, it's dead heavy. Did you bring this last time?
Yeah, I brought one last time. And then they decorate it. So this one's iced, obviously, and then they put like an Easter egg on it. So that's quite traditional. So I brought one of those for Dawn, and I brought some Maltese wine as well. Yeah, we'll have that later.
We're going to have a curry tonight. Oh, Lawrence and Duncan went out. They didn't have bacon in
Don't forget to say hello to the girls.
They didn't have bacon in the supermarket, so where did you get it from?
Where do you think? Hopefully. From the shop.
Hopefully. From the shop. From the shop. So helpful. Anyway, I think I'll wrap up this week's vlog. Sorry it's a bit of a short one, but I'll film whatever we get up to over the weekend. Thanks again for tuning in, and if you're watching whilst it's Easter, happy Easter if you celebrate. Hope you all have a lovely time. We'll sure have a nice time.
Yeah, absolutely.
With our Maltese wine and our, what's it called?
Fagolla.
Thanks again for tuning in, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet considered, maybe you want to hit the subscribe button, and if you hit the bell somewhere on the screen, you'll be notified every time there's a new video. So I'm going to say bye for now. See you in the next vlog. Bye!
Bye.